Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm super excited to be launching this. I'm gonna essentially be launching a brand new series, the Own It series, which is gonna be all about the journey basically to the pro stage, which is gonna be at the end of this year. So it's gonna be a good few months, okay? There's gonna be a mini court, which I've just started, which is literally 2 weeks in. There's going to be the transition back into the off season, and then there's going to be obviously the prep, which is starting in May. So I'm literally going to share this whole process from the mini court, which has literally just started, how I go into my off season, and then all of the prep essentially, and obviously the shows which are going to be at the end of the season. So this is basically all about taking ownership of your own goals, and this is something that I want to put across in my coaching as well with all the girls that come on board as part of the team. It's all about essentially holding yourself to a standard to make sure that you take control of your actions and you essentially hit the goals that you want to hit. It's all about kind of holding yourself accountable and making sure that you are owning all of those little goals you set yourself and achieving everything that you want to achieve. So this is essentially going to be like setting the tone. I've also got my first girls competing this year, which is so exciting. So I'm going to be sharing their journeys to the stage as well. It's both of their first times competing, which is so amazing. And as well as this, I've got a few more girls in the team that are looking at competing over the next year as well. So it's going to be so exciting. Not only is there my journey to the stage, there's also, a few of the girls that are going to be getting on stage for the first time. So I'm really excited for this. It's going to be good. So essentially, this series is going to run basically for the whole year. There's going to be loads of stuff going on. We're going to be training, obviously loads of nutrition bits and bobs. I'm going to go through supplements, morning routine, like recovery. I'm going to go through some training sessions. So there's going to be a lot going into this. And I'm going to try and share literally as much as I can, and also bring in some like informative videos as well, talking through kind of how to build muscle, the best ways of progressing your training, how I actually do my meal prep, different supplements, and kind of how and when you can use those. So I'm going to also try and make this as like useful and informative as possible, whilst also sharing my journey towards the pro stage, which is going to be so exciting. So yeah, there's a lot to come basically. It's going to be a really fun year, and I thought I would kick off essentially with doing a little bit of an update of the first 2 weeks of my mini court. So I'm going to pop some bits and bobs on the screen so you have a little bit of an idea about kind of where things are at. So I'll put in here now my photos from when I started the mini court. So we're now 2 weeks into the mini court. I've just done my second check-in today. So yeah, I will have a look actually at my first metrics and share those. So I actually track my weight pretty much daily, just so I can see like any fluctuations in it essentially. So I started my mini court. It was actually the day after we got back from Budapest. I started my mini court and I weighed 156.2 pounds. Okay, so that was the start. I'll pop my check-in photos here from the first week. I actually went down to 154.8, so there was like 1.4 pounds that was lost in the first 2 days of coming back from Budapest, which was obviously just kind of water retention. So these were my first check-in photos that was the 13th of January, so that was 2 days into the mini court. So the week after, so from the 13th up until the 20th, I actually lost like 4 pounds. So my weight went from 154.8 pounds, it went down to basically 150.5 pounds. So it was quite a big drop. That was like, what, 4.5 pounds basically, which was pretty good going. And then what's happened in the second week is my weight has actually come up. So I just did my second check-in today. So it is the 27th of January today. My weight's actually come up from 150 to 152.1. So again, it's like just under 2 pounds up. So I'll go through kind of where everything's at. So essentially at the minute, we've got 5 training sessions a week. I'm going to do separate videos kind of going through the training and how I structure my training and every food and everything like that. So this is essentially just a brief overview of kind of what's happened and how the mini cut started. So 5 training sessions a week. I was doing 3 30-minute cardio sessions, 12k steps on top of those cardio sessions. And then my food, I follow a meal plan, so you'll know if you watch the last prep series, I have followed a meal plan basically the whole time I've been competing, just because it makes life easier, and that's how Dan does the plans as well, who's my coach. So I actually work my calories out, and again, I'm going to go into a lot more detail on the food side of things and kind of what the food's looking like. But food-wise, training day was around 2,000 calories and rest day was around 1,650 calories. So that has actually stayed exactly the same from a training perspective and the food perspective for the last 2 weeks now, so nothing's changed there. Like I said, my food is literally the same, so we're going to go into now the 3rd week of this mini cut, holding exactly the same targets, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if weight comes back down or if it decides to not play ball again. But hey ho, I will put my pictures here from the 2nd week, so this is 2 weeks of dieting essentially. So basically, I'm going to be filming the training, the supplements, the food, so you get a really good insight into kind of how this works, and I can document then any changes that happen throughout this mini cut. So I'm really, really excited to get into this. It's going to be good. And of course, we will go through all the run up to the show and everything like that, which is going to be great. So if you have anything that you would like me to film, any like topics you would like covering, please let me know. We can do some that are like sit down chats that are like informative, and some that are like vloggy type, on the go day type vlog things. So yeah, that is the plan of action basically. So I'm going to be recording a little bit of a video as well on like my fitness journey so far and kind of how I got into bodybuilding and everything like that, because I feel like you know, I've been competing for a while now. I'll go into this in more detail, but it's been a while, and I want to share a bit of the journey and kind of what my fitness journey looked like, because it's had a little bit of rocky times in the past. So that's what will be coming next. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. So intro, the Own It series, episode 1, over and out.